This is cause number M334-164. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Christopher Straughter. Mr. Straughter, is that your full name? How are you doing, Mr. Straughter? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Straughter. Your attorney of record is Attorney Ben Jeffers. However, Mr. Jeffers is not here, standing in for Attorney Ben Jeffers' attorney, Reagan Minaldi. Does Attorney Minaldi have your permission to stand in for Attorney Jeffers? Okay. Attorney Minaldi, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. State is represented in this case by Attorney Eric Porter. Attorney Porter, how are you doing?
I'm doing great now.
And Attorney Minaldi, what is your announcement in Mr. Straughter's case?
We're still waiting on discovery and waiting to hear about potential offers. We're just asking for a normal reset, Judge.
It was a reset date.
January 3rd.
Okay. This case will be reset to January 3rd, 2023. Mr. Straughter, Attorney Minaldi is going to get your reset. Once you get your reset from Attorney Minaldi, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
You said 2023.
Oh, it's 2024? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we're traveling back.
Oh, yeah. Okay, the other two, Derek Givens. Mr. Givens, would you please come forward? This is cause number M333-750, case and style. State of Texas versus Derek Dwayne Givens. Mr. Givens, is that your full name?
Yes,
How are you doing, Mr. Givens?
all right.
That's good. Now, Mr. Givens, you are represented by Attorney Ben Jeffries. Attorney Jeffries is not here. However, standing in for Attorney Jeffries is Attorney Minaldi. Does Attorney Minaldi have your permission to stand in for Attorney Jeffries?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Attorney Minaldi, what is your announcement in Mr. Givens' case?
I believe we have an offer in this case that Mr. Jeffries needs to review with Mr. Givens, and he's just asking for a normal reset to be able to do that with him, potentially get him signed up by next court date.
Okay. Okay, this case will reset January 3rd, 2024. Your attorney will be given a copy of your reset. Once you get your reset from Attorney Minaldi, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Darnell Williams. Okay, Darnell Williams is not here yet.
No.
Okay.
Is in jail, Your Honor.
Oh, yes.
It's felony.
Okay. Okay, now, is it, his felony must be set today.
It is not set today.
It's not,
It might, well, actually, it might be set today because they're having their jail docket this morning.
okay. But we check, well, once you get his reset, check to see if Darnell Williams is set today in felony court. Page 4, the last one. Yeah, so his felony is set today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we need to find out. Now, you think he's here?
He will, well, he'll be in drug court first.
Okay. Now, it all depends if they dispose of his case in drug court. You need to check with the, I guess, the prosecutor in drug court to find out whether or not they dispose of this case with it, or if not.
There might be, I'm the felony prosecutor on that case, so
Oh.
let me just help you.
Oh, okay.
The offer on his felony is a cap of 20 years, so I imagine that his misdemeanor will be taken care of with his felony.
Okay. Okay, so
If we could just do a normal reset on that, Judge.
well, no, we won't be able to get a reset date until we find out from them. Now, if she says that if he gets to jail time or whatever, then they're probably gonna dismiss this case. So we'll find that out sometimes this afternoon or this morning when they dispose of the case. Okay, so you're free to go. We'll let you know.
Thanks, Judge.
Okay, you have a blessed day.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Gibbons, right? Gibbons.
Yeah, that door is locked, sir.
Okay.
Jeremy Dale Jones. Cause number M333756. Mr. Jones, would you please come forward? Mr. Jones, your full name is Jeremy Gale Jones.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Jones?
Okay.
That's good. Now, Mr. Jones, you're represented in this case by your attorney Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, how are you doing?
Good, Judge.
Mr. Parker, what is your announcement in Mr. Jones' case?
Your Honor, I'm standing here as a new DWI case that is set for December. I don't believe I've been hired on that yet. And I think any resolution is going to need, at the time of the prosecutor, going to try to get those worked out together.
All right, let's,
Set in December, I believe.
okay, we're gonna find out. I'm just wondering why it's not on this docket.
Well, it happened it was.
Normally, when they get a new case, they keep them together.
I was given a court date for the DWI this week.
Who get,
I'd gotten a call saying that I had a court date December 12th for my DWI.
oh, it must have
So
been,
it's a.
who else?
I'm gonna check the judge in a second.
Okay.
You go, then where's Lawson?
He's on page 6, second one from the bottom. Let's,
That's the new one now.
okay.
That was filed on August 29th.
Offenses in favor. Status. Filed. Oh, yeah, they just filed. They say he has a court date in pending activity. Is that December 12th? Yeah, he set for arraignment,
Yes, sir.
December 12th, 2023.
Oh, that's probably.
Okay, so you say you hadn't been hired on that one, right?
No, Judge.
Okay,
And they need to be worked out together. I was talking to the prosecutor about this case and
Right.
that's why this came up, and so.
okay. Let's, yeah, we could just, well, you gonna put this one on that same day? We want to keep them together. Just keep, yeah. And then I
We
guess,
might- I mean,
and
we
see
might-
what,
we
see
might-
what's gonna happen is if you send a letter of rep in, then it's probably gonna be reset from that day.
Well, that's what I was gonna suggest. Why don't we just set it? Well,
On another date?
like, go ahead and do a regular reset on this, and then we can, if I get hired on this one, we can just put this one with that one, because
Okay,
I'm gonna have to get discovery and all that, you know, so.
okay, go ahead on and get
Just put it on our national. I didn't. Look at
That's-
yeah, that's fine.
So that we're not doing.
That's,
Okay, well, I've already sent them offers. I didn't look at those and see that you had offers, but I'll look. Okay.
we're gonna do that January 3rd date. Okay, this case is gonna be reset to January 3rd, 2024. Both your cases gonna be set on that day, so, Mr. Parker, or Attorney Parker is gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge. What's that?
Next case is cause number 23 CCCR 0194. Case style of state of Texas versus Nicholas Dean Merriweather. Would you please come forward? Mr. Merriweather, your full name is Nicholas Dean Merriweather.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Merriweather?
Good, everything.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Merriweather, you're representing your case by your attorney Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, what's your announcement, Mr. Merriweather?
Your Honor, we're just asking for a regular reset so we can review the video and things like that. And I can get with the prosecutor on a couple of issues in this case and hopefully we can get it resolved.
Okay, give us a reset date. January 3rd.
Yes.
This case will be reset to January 3rd, 2024. Your attorney is going to get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day.
Erica, is this your case?
I'm assuming it is.
I don't know.
I think Sarah said it was.
No, that's good.
Other Andrews.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
just want to know because I didn't know. Yes. You missed that. And Your Honor, if you're going to call Mr. Whitmire, I need to
hold on
talk to him.
Okay, I'll hold on that.
That's fine. Thanks. I'm sure you're right.
But I'm putting both on the phone.
Mr. Bauer. Okay, everybody that's on Zoom, make sure that your mic is on mute. Mr. Bernard, please put your mic on mute. Thank you. Next case is cause number M334-290. Case is style of state of Texas versus Sebastian Colt Ross. Mr. Ross, is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Ross, you could take your mic off of mute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Ross, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. And yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Ross, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney John Macy. Attorney Macy, how are you doing?
Thank you, Judge.
Now, Mr. Macy, what is your announcement in Mr. Ross' case?
Your Honor, I'd ask for one regular reset. I have the discovery. I have an offer, but I'd like to get with the prosecutor one last time, see if we can resolve it.
Okay,
Obviously, he's not here anyway. so
Right.
we couldn't resolve it today.
okay, now, Mr. Give us a reset date.
Yeah, we can do it better.
Okay, now, Mr. Ross, your case is being reset to January 3rd, 2024. On that date, you need to be in court in person. Your attorney and your bondsman will get notice of your reset. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go. And you have a blessed day. Make sure that you're here in person on the next court date.
Thank you.
Seems like it's kind of muffled.
Yeah, it was kind of muffled, but I think he understood.
Yeah,
Did you hear me?
yes.
Oh, okay, thank you, Your Honor. And are we able to resolve that on that day possibly?
That's what your
Because,
attorney just said. You need to be
Okay.
here.
Yep.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
you have a blessed day. Mr. Macy, was that your only case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge. Same.
You're welcome. Oh. Okay, the person that's on Zoom that has Samsung SM-S9, please take your mic off of mute and state your name. Okay, the person that's on Zoom that has Samsung SM-S9, please take your mic off of mute and state your name.
Yes, sir. That might be me, Charles William Ritchie Jr.
Okay, Mr. Ritchie, you can put your mic back on mute, and when we call your case, you can take it off of mute.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next case is cause number M334104, case of Style of State of Texas versus Kamir Kanye Percy Bernard. Mr. Bernard, you can take your mic off of mute.
Yes, hello.
Your full name is Kamir Kanye Percy Bernard.
Yes, sir.
Put your video on. Okay, Bernard, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Bernard, you're representing your case by your attorney, Todd LeBlanc. Hello, how are you?
Mhm.
And Mr. LeBlanc, what is your announcement? Okay. Then what's your announcement? You received it all? Y'all want to, is it trial or?
Well, I don't know till I convey it.
Oh, so you haven't conveyed it?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need to convey it.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had.
Not here. So.
Okay, so now, Mr. Bernard, okay, give us a reset date. Now, Mr. Bernard, your case is going to be reset January 8th, 2024. On that date, you need to be here in person.
I have a question.
Okay,
His mom, that's fine. That's fine. I'll have him there.
okay. So you need to be here on the 8th, on January the 8th, 2024. Stay in contact with your bondsman and your attorney. They will be given notice of your reset date. This will conclude your case. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank
All
you, you
right.
too.
Okay.
All right.
Ms. Smith, this is cause number M333686. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Victoria Laura Smith. Ms. Smith, is that your full name? How you doing, Ms. Smith? That's good. Now, Ms. Smith, I'm looking at the docket sheet. It appears that your case was reset for you to hire an attorney 1, 2, 3 times. Is that correct? Have you hired your attorney?
I came I think October 9th before
That was the COVID,
the COVID. Yeah.
right?
So since then, like I lost my job since then, but I still hired an attorney. Me and my kids and my nephew baby.
Okay, let me do this. Now, when you were here, the very first time, you signed a document that is titled Judge's Explanation to Defendants Without Attorney. And on that, in that document, it stated that you had 3 options regarding your right to have an attorney. Number 1, you could hire an attorney. Number 2, if you could not afford to hire an attorney, then you can request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. And number three, you can waive your right to have an attorney and represent yourself. You remember that? Okay. Now, you just stated that, one, you haven't been able to hire an attorney and you've lost your job. Is that correct? So you do not have any income to hire an attorney. But you said you're gonna hire an attorney. So how are you gonna hire an attorney without any income?
My sister paying for my attorney.
Your sister is paying for your attorney. Okay. But okay, now how much time do you need for your little sister to hire your attorney?
Not, I don't know, not long, probably like 2 weeks, not long.
Okay, give her 2 weeks.
Yana, I just want to interject. She's been reset multiple times.
Right.
To hire an attorney. If she's indigent, can you at least appoint her attorney? If she's able to hire an attorney, they can be released, but just having her come back.
Well,
back to back.
yeah, she needs to fill out a financial,
I'm hiring an attorney.
Okay, but that's fine. But I'm sorry, but you can't, you said.
yeah, it said that last time, you don't have any income. You're saying your sister is gonna hire an attorney. That's what you just said. Okay. We're gonna give you 2 weeks. That's your final reset.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, reset a case for 2 weeks. Now, once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. So today is the, so that's November the 8th. Okay. And make a note in the computer, it's a final reset to hire. Did she ever provide proof?
Of the COVID?
Yeah.
I think she gave the back.
She did.
Is this the one that had proof? Oh, yeah, this is the one that had proof.
That was the one that I had.
She's right.
She didn't give me that.
But you scanned it, didn't you? You said it what? Did you see the proof that she had?
No.
I thought you said that. Never mind.
Did you provide proof?
Yes, sir. My boss, and they said they was vacancy.
Okay, we did get something from some bondsman on somebody.
Okay, I didn't go see it.
Right. Right. We did get something from somebody.
Okay.
Okay, so that was her. Okay. Walker. Just voting while I'm intoxicated. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Next case is cause number 23 CCCR 0082, case of style of the state of Texas versus Jonathan Paul Whitmire. Mr. Whitmire, would you please come forward?
I have to print out of it.
I think she
Yeah, okay.
had to print out.
I had all the other ones, I don't have them.
I didn't know you were taking.
Huh? Well, I
Yeah,
had
okay, I guess
one.
he was looking for his. Oh, is it a white?
Yeah.
It's over there.
You're right. That's good. The broken, I know. That's my special pen. The cheap one you don't lose. Most of the time.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to.
Didn't have a spot for that, Judge, so we.
Yeah, I'm gonna
figured
have to
that'd be the
just-
best.
It's
What's your name?
Whitmire.
yeah, we just have to modify the form.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Might feel better.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a bad time.
I understand. I've seen it, and it's funny, I can tell the difference. People.
Okay. We're still trying to get that audit.
It's fine. Yeah, I didn't know he was taking.
And I'm not supposed
Don't
to.
touch it.
I like to come to
Please don't. Did Sarah sign?
Somebody,
Yes.
She's not there. Okay.
Jefferson County Court, number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and cause number 23 CCCR 0082. Cases style state of Texas versus Jonathan Paul Whitmire. Mr. Whitmire, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Whitmire, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Whitmire, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Whitmire, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Whitmire?
Doing okay yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Whitmire, you represented in this case by your attorney, Attorney Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, again, how are you doing?
Good, Judge.
Mr. Parker, do you waive a right? Do you waive a record in Mr. Whitmire's case?
We do, Judge.
Mr. Whitmire, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Jonathan Paul Whitmire, on or about July 23rd of 2022, while you were operating, let's see, a watercraft in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed Class B misdemeanor offense of boating while intoxicated. Mr. Whitmire, do you understand what you have been charged with? And to this charge, Mr. Whitmire, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, you're pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Sure.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Whitmire, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
I do, Your Honor.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials, JW, on the line next to a box that's checked no contingent between no contest. Did you place your initials on
Yes,
this
Your
line?
Honor.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, it is.
On the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line that is titled defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, Your
Also, now, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Parker, go over these documents with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Whitmire, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, I am.
State, I have before me states, exhibit 1 state you like to offer states 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
No
Any
objection.
objections? No objections. States 1 will be admitted. Mr. Walker, you've advised and counseled Mr. Whitmire. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to
No.
stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And with Mr. Whitmire, your attorney, Mr. Parker, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Whitmire, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. And I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do.
And what is that agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea of guilty or no contest, the state is offered 2 years deferred, $500 fine, 50 hours community service, DWI conditions, court costs to run concurrent with this felony probation.
You said 2 years deferred, $500 fine plus court costs, 50 hours of community service.
50 hours community service.
Okay. Now, this is a deferred, so the requirement, there's an interlock requirement with deferred.
Right, she put it in here, but interlock would be mandatory anyway.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't see it, anything. It's a DWI intervention. It should be like DWI education, huh?
Yes, it's intervention if it's.
Oh, did it
it's an A
intervention?
or-
Okay.
Or the second, so if it's the first, it should be education.
DWI education. Yeah, because, the intervention usually come with the
It
second,
is.
yeah,
the second.
DWI ed. And then you have an alcohol assessment.
Mhm.
Okay, now, what is this court cost?
377.
377. 377. Let me see. 360. 117.
Well, it's not.
Okay, 117. Okay. Mr. Whitmire. The state is offering that you serve 2 years deferred adjudicated probation. During the 2-year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $377. You also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, a urinalysis fee of $15 a month, and a reimbursement fee of $15. You will also be required to pay the DWI education and initial evaluation plea on the day of the plea, and that is $125. Should a full evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $117 a month. Will you be able to pay the $117 each month?
Yes.
You'll also be required to perform 50 hours of community service, install an interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate. You'll also be required to attend and complete a DWI education class, have a drug and alcohol assessment, and adhere to the other standard terms of DWI probation. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, this offense occurred after September 1st of 2019. And do you have a CDL?
No, yeah.
Okay. And there was no red alcohol above 0.15 or more, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, Mr. Whitmire, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
You think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you accept the state's offer?
I do.
Mr. Whitmire, I will follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Whitmire, if you successfully complete this probation, this case will not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. You're going to stand next to your attorney, follow the directions of the clerk, and once you finish following the directions of the clerk, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Mr. Parker, I think this is your last case.
Yes, sir.
You're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Okay.
This is cause number M3322, cause number M332-928. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Nancy Marie Schultz. Ms. Schultz, is that your full name?
Yes.
How you doing, Ms. Schultz?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Schultz, you're represented in your case. By your attorney, Attorney Ryan Gertz. Attorney Gertz, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Gertz, what is your announcement in Ms. Schultz's case?
Judge, we're asking for an additional resetting here, maybe 60 days, please. She's been doing a number of rehabilitation efforts, and we want to kind of continue those to improve our options for the court.
Okay, okay, this case will be reset to January 8th.
Can we go
What?
one more week after
Okay.
that?
Okay,
So we after that.
Yes, please. That would be that way.
okay. January 17th.
Sounds outstanding.
Okay, this case is reset to January 17th, 2024. Schultz, your attorney is going to get you reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Please. Yeah.
That door is locked and she has to.
Discovery certification.
Next case is cause number M 333-220. Case is filed the state of Texas versus Michelle Alexandra Kuhn. Okay. Oh, that's complete. Okay. Court is in session and calls number M333-220. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Michelle Alexandra Kuhn. Ms. Kuhn, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Kuhn, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Kuhn, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Kuhn, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Kuhn? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Kuhn, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Ryan Gertz. Attorney Gertz, do you waive a record in Ms. Kuhn's case?
Yes,
Ms. Kuhn, I have before me a document that is titled Information. In this information, it alleges that you, Michelle Alexandra Kuhn, on or about July 10th of 2022, while you were operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Ms. Kuhn, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Kuhn, how do you plead guilty? Not guilty, no contest.
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Kuhn, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. This is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are two boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
I also have a document before me that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Coon, before you sign and initial these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes.
And well, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Coon, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit 1 in evidence?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections?
We have no objection, Judge.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Gertz, you've advised and counseled Ms. Coon. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent
No.
to stand trial? And Ms. Coon, your attorney, Mr. Gertz, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Coon, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. And I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Judge.
And what is that agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea of guilty, the state has offered 1 year deferred $500 fine, court calls, 60 hours of community service, DWI education, interlock.
Say 60 hours of community service
Correct.
Hey, Erica.
Yeah, it's mandatory. You know, I can't.
on deferred, it's
I
mandatory.
Oh,
can't
it's
on
mandatory
deferred.
deferred.
Yeah, it's mandatory.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I thought,
No.
Oh.
So
I just assumed. Probably. Yeah, I can't do it.
Oh, alcohol. Okay, what is her court cost? How much? 412. Okay. Okay. Ms. Coon, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $412. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, a urinalysis fee of $15 a month, and a reimbursement fee of $15. You'll also be required to pay the initial DWI education and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Now, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you'll be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $166 a month. Will you be able to pay the $166 each month?
Yes, sir.
You'll also be required to perform 60 hours of community service, install an interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate. You'll be required to attend and complete the DWI education class and have an alcohol assessment. And you'll also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Now, this offense occurred on or after September 1 of 2019. Now, Ms. Coon, do you have a CDL?
No, sir.
Okay. And there was no breath test or BAC of 0.15 or more, is that correct? state?
Oh, no, Your Honor, it's not.
Okay. Now, Ms. Coon,
Oh, hold on one second. It was at 0.15, but we're waiving the enhancement. That's the one that.
there's no
Yeah, so
enhancement.
No, there was a.
They didn't file it.
They didn't file enhancement, but.
It was within the margin of error, Judge. It was actually 0.150.
So,
And so it was under.
So y'all
need to put
filed,
that-
but y'all didn't file it as a
They never filed it.
DWI. Okay. So, Ms. Coon, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes,
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
yes,
And do you accept the state's offer?
yes.
Okay, Ms. Coon, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. This will not result in a conviction on your records. And because it does not result in a conviction in your record, you will be eligible, you may be eligible to get what we call a non-disclosure once you successfully complete the probationary period. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Now, Ms. Coon, you're gonna stand on the X, follow the directions of a clerk, well, stand in front of her and follow the directions of the clerk. Once you finish following the directions of the clerk, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Next case is cause number M331964. Case is style the state of Texas versus Gabriel Hackman. Mr. Hackerman, your full name is Gabriel Cody Hackerman. How you doing, Mr. Hackerman? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Mr. Hackerman. You representing your case by your attorney, Ryan Gertz. Attorney Gertz, what's your announcement in Mr. Hackerman's case?
Judge, we're asking for some additional time on this case. We could get maybe 45 or 60 days.
Okay, give us a reset date. January what? Okay, this case will be reset to January 17th, 2024. Mr. Hackman, your attorney is going to get you reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Next case is, well, the next two cases are cause numbers M332144 and cause number M332146. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Charles William Ritchie Jr. Mr. Ritchie is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Ritchie, you can take your mic off of mute.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Ritchie. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Ritchie, you're representing your case by your attorney, Ryan Gertz. Attorney Gertz, what is your announcement in Mr. Ritchie's case?
Judge, we're asking for some additional time on this case as well. 45 to 60 days is fine.
Give us a reset. Okay, Mr. Ritchie, your cases will be reset to January 17th, 2023. 2024. And on that date, January 17th, 2024, you need to be here in person. Mr. Ritchie, your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset dates. And stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go. And you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a blessed day also.
Thank you. Next case is cause number M333626. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Cody Charles Say. Yeah, right.
See.
C. Okay. Okay. Mr. C, your full name is Cody Charles C.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. C?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. C, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Ryan Gertz. Attorney Gertz, what is your announcement in Mr. C's case?
Judge, we got a new offer this morning. I haven't had time to discuss it with him and go over the discovery with him since we got that offer. If I could get a short turnaround, maybe 3 weeks or 30 days,
Okay,
I think we can get it.
a little short, 3 weeks.
November 29th.
I'm gonna be out.
Do it the week before
I
that.
could go up. If you go up 2 weeks before that, I can do that.
15th,
Sure.
November 15th.
Okay, this case is reset to November 15th of 2023. Mr. C, your attorney's gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Okay, you do the same.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, excuse me.
Yes, you may be excused. You have a blessed day as well.
So before you can sign any distance.
Yeah, just leave it on.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you later.
You put the time on it. Every time somebody asks, you put the time on it. So everybody knows she's leaving in 6 weeks.
Yeah. Please come forward. This is cause number M334254. Case of style of state of Texas versus Farron Hoyt Brown. Mr. Brown, is that your full name?
Correct.
How you doing, Mr. Brown?
Very good.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Brown, you reset, excuse me. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Adams. Attorney Adams, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay, Mr. Adams, what is your announcement in Mr. Brown case?
Mr. Brown and his wife was in my office yesterday. We went through the probable cause affidavit as well as some police reports. The thing is that for announcement, I need one more announcement with him. And the reason being is that we need to sit down and watch the video, but I have met with him and his wife in my office. And I think that I should be able to get this case resolved.
Okay, how
But if
much
you
time?
look at, yeah, well, if you look at the docket sheet, Judge, I think you appointed me on this case in August, I believe. And I think since we're now in October, somewhere around there,
Actually, let's see, yeah, you was appointed August
it's
23rd.
all, right.
Right.
And this is the first sitting I've ever had in this
Okay.
case ever. So I would ask that you give me the longest reset as you possibly can. It's not like this is a case that's just been sitting on your docket. I just got this one.
You get one.
Yeah, I just got it, huh?
Okay, we're gonna, is it January 17th? Okay, this case will be reset to January 17th. Is that a good date?
Yeah. I'll make it work, and and he'll be able to work it too with his job. So that'll be perfect.
Be January 17th, 2024. Now, Mr. Brown, your attorney and your bondsman are gonna get notice of your reset. You're gonna get your reset here in court. Once you get your reset here, you'll be free to go. Stay in contact with your bondsman and your attorney, and you have a blessed day. Please have a seat in that first chair by the wall.
Thank you.
All right,
All right,
and
thanks.
Mr. Adams, your reset will be sent to you. This is your only,
Appreciate you.
you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too.
Okay. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session. Let's see. The court is in session and calls number 23 CCCR 0630. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Colby John Rain. Mr. Rain is appearing via Zoom. His attorney is also appearing via Zoom. Mr. Rain, how are you doing?
Good, how about you?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Rain, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney James Paget. Attorney Paget, how are you doing?
Doing well. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Now, Mr. Paget, what is your announcement in Mr. Rain's case?
Your Honor, we've received all discovery except for the video needs to be reviewed. If you would give us 30 days, I'm going to have Mr. Raines into my office to view the video, and we should be able to dispose of the case.
Give us a reset date. This case will be reset January the 8th, 2024. On that date, Mr. Raines and Mr. Paget, you need to be in court in person.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Paget, your reset will be sent to you. The bondsman will also be given a reset. And Mr. Raines, again, your reset date is January 4th, 2024 at 9 a.m. On that date, again, you need to be here in person. This will conclude your case. Mr. Raines, you're free to go. Stay in contact with your bondsman and your attorney.
Yes,
And
sir.
Mr. Paget, you are also free to go. And Mr. Paget, you have a blessed day. And Mr. Raines, you also have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.